Hi friends! Welcome to Kitchen Princess Bamboo Japanese Everyday Food. Today I want to share with you my English Shokupan and English Muffin. I have so many kinds of Shokupan video lately. It's only because I love Shokupan so much. English Shokupan is the first bread I bake over and over. This is that good and easy. It tastes plain, but the best of the plain. Because I add sponge, fermented long hours in the fridge, it has a deep flavor and aroma. And the ratio is less in water content compared to my regular shokupan to make a light and crispy toast and also easy to handle. I make 6 of English muffins from the same dough, so you can save your time to make 2 different bread dough. Let's get started. Let's start with making a sponge. The sponge is made of 3 ingredients: flour, yeast, and water. Mix until combined, then cover with a plastic wrap and leave it in the fridge at least 6 hours to overnight. The sponge should be used within 24 hours. The sponge is also known as prefermented dough, gives the bread deeper aroma and makes more extensive and tall bread. Please watch my whole wheat shokupan video for the details. Since the white bread has no complex flavor, adding pre-fermented dough makes excellent bread similar to naturally fermented yeast. Naturally fermented yeast is not an easy thing to do, but the yeast bread is always bring me a nice and tall bread. The next day, take out from the fridge an hour before you are making the bread and leave it comes to the room temperature. Today I am kneading in a stand mixer, but you can definitely do it by your hand. This dough is easy to handle. Put in your flour, sugar, and salt into a stand mixer bowl. Run the mixer, and when it combined, add in the yeast. Continue mixing and pour in the milk and water. Milk makes the dough moist and flavorful, and the water makes it light in texture. Pour in the liquid, slow and steady stream like this, to distribute evenly. Keep the mixer running until it starts forming a dough for about 1 minute, and stop running the mixer and add in the sponge. Rerun the mixer on low for about 8 minutes until the dough stretches paper thin. Add in unsalted butter and run the mixer for about 3 minutes. The ratio of the sugar and butter is low in the recipe. It tastes plain and I would say most suitable for the daily bread. Do you remember why we are adding the butter at the end? We should develop the gluten in the kneading process. Any kind of fat, including butter, weaken the gluten structure. But by adding it after the gluten structure is developed, it doesn't affect the structure. Let's give it a test. The dough stretches paper thin. It's good to go. Shape into a ball and stretch the surface to keep the gas inside. Grease the inside of the bowl. Put the dough back in the bowl. Cover with a plastic wrap and leave it at warm spot for about 45 minutes until almost double in volume. Punch the dough and put it back to the bowl. Leave it another 30 minutes until double in volume. Punch provides the fresh oxygen to the dough to activate the yeast even more. Take out the dough onto the working surface and dust the minimum amount of flour to work with. Divide the dough into 2 350 gram for shokupan and 650 gram for English muffin. Cover and take 10 minutes bench rest. Bench rest relaxes the dough before the final shaping. For the English muffin, grease the ring mold. If you don't have it, you can make it with a package of the milk and cover with the aluminum foil, just like my Taiwanese castilla. Dust with a minimum amount of flour and then shape into a disc. Moisten the surface and dust with cornmeal. Put in the mold and cover with plastic wrap. Let it rise at room temperature for 25 to 30 minutes or until almost fall in the mold. While the fermentation, preheat the oven for 190 degrees Celsius. After 30 minutes, my English muffins look like this. Place a piece of parchment paper and baking tray on top. If your baking tray is heavy enough, just put in the oven, but mine is light in weight, so put a baking dish on it. Bake 12 minutes and carefully rotate the tray halfway through. And it's done. Take out onto a wire rack to release the heat. Next, shape the shokupan. Today I shape it into 2 mountains. Roll it out to 1 inch thickness. Fold in 3 and roll it up, give it a tension on the surface. Pinch to seal the dough and put it in a greased mold. Keep in mind in the direction. The dough should be rolled out on the opposite direction. Cover with a plastic wrap or shower cap. Let it rise for 45 minutes or until a little bit over the edge. While the final proofing, preheat the oven for 100 degrees Celsius. Or your oven is already heated for the English muffin, it is okay to pop in the oven. And reset the temperature to 200 degrees Celsius. Bake it 40 minutes in total. Take out and tap the mold onto your working surface to release the hot air inside the bread. It prevents shrinking while cooling down. And if you have a thermometer, stick into the center and it shows over 90 degrees Celsius, it is perfectly cooked through. Let it cool to room temperature. It smells so good. When it comes to room temperature, let's divide in half and wrap in a plastic bag and give it to your family or friends or someone you like as a casual gift. I made fig jam at this time of the year and I make 2 to 3 jars and I love to give it to someone who worked with as showing my appreciation. Isn't it a small but great gift? Even if it is not expensive. And it makes a great toast ever. I can't get enough of it because the summer is almost over and usually my appetite is growing in this season. I should be very careful with overeating. Give it a try and let me know how you like it. Thank you for watching the video. Give me a big thumbs up and share the video with your friends and families. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Follow me on the social media and tag me on your post if you give it a try. and go to my website for the printable recipe and more information. And my store on Amazon has pretty much everything that I'm using in my video. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you soon. Bye!